Was Qatar 2022 the best World Cup of all time? 64 matches, 172 goals, more than any other World Cup. Historical moments, surprises, upsets, 563 minutes of injury time, again, more than any other World Cup. But let's start from the beginning. Actually, even before it began, it was already an historical tournament. Qatar 2022 was the first ever so-called Winter World Cup. Even though it's not entirely accurate because countries below the equator, like in South America and South Africa, which the World Cup took place there before, the winter is actually from June to August, but it's definitely the first World Cup taking place from November to December, in the middle of the league season. So yeah, it was different from the start. And when it actually started, another historical moment happened, when Qatar became the first host nation to lose in the opening match, losing 2-0 to Ecuador. Speaking of first games, the most shocking moment in the group stage was Argentina, one of the favorites, together with the best player in the world, Messi, losing to Saudi Arabia 2-1 in their first match. Speaking of upsets, Germany, who eventually was eliminated at the group stage, got beaten by Japan 2-1, that same Japan who beat Spain in the same result and proceeded from the top of the group in the first time in their history. Of course, how can we forget Brazil's incredible performances with the Joga Bonito goal against Serbia and the 4-1 show against South Korea. One of my favorite moments was when Abubakar, who already had a yellow card, scored an honor goal against Brazil at the last minutes of the game and celebrated by taking his shirt off. The referee shakes his hand and gives him a smile with a red card, and the Cameroonian captain just looked back like, yeah, I know, it's all good. Thank you, everybody, and walks off the field. What a way to go. Man, I love this sport. Cristiano Ronaldo became the first player ever to score in 5 different World Cups. Morocco became not only the first African team but also the first Arab team to reach a World Cup semi-final after beating Portugal. Croatia, led by Luka Modric, reached the semi-finals after beating Brazil and proved once again that they are one of the strongest national teams in the world. Argentina, yes, that same Argentina who lost in their first match, since grew to become one of the best teams of the tournament, meeting the Netherlands in the quarterfinals in a nerve-wracking game with last-minute twists and a wrestling match ending, including angry interviews in the backstage. Of course, we can't talk about Argentina without talking about Messi in his best World Cup ever, scoring an unforgettable goal against Mexico, beating the legendary goalkeeper Ochoa, the best assist of the tournament against the Netherlands, scoring in every knockout game, and become the player with the most appearances at the World Cup finals, and the Argentinian who scored the most goals for his national team in the World Cup. And France, the defending champions, broke the winner's curse when they advanced from the group stage as the scariest team of the tournament, proceeded all the way to the final. And what a final that was. Like a dream. Mbappe, the young talent, the future of football, who already became a world champion at the age of 19, comes back as the defending champion to continue building his legacy against the veteran Messi, the experienced old warrior, in his last dance for his country, his final chance to become a hero of a nation, and perhaps of the entire football world. And what a showdown! Everyone delivered, Messi with 2 goals, Mbappe with a hat-trick, and an ending straight out of a fairy tale. Even I have to admit, Qatar 2022 was the best World Cup I have ever seen. I simply cannot recall a better World Cup in my lifetime. Throughout this tournament, I remember thinking, I'm witnessing history right now. And forget the fact that I'm an Argentina fan and obviously they won, of course, it's a plus. But even if I wasn't, that tournament had everything a football fan can ask for. Just the final alone was something that even the best Hollywood movie script couldn't write. Many football fans who are way older than me, who got to experience legendary World Cups in the 60s, 70s, 80s, a lot of people agree that the 2022 final was the best final in history. Is it the best World Cup in history? To me, there's no question about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon.